Welcome to another Slate Bytes video. In this video, we will show you how to create related events, where you can group multiple events in a single form registration, allowing guests to register for multiple events in one form submission. So first, you're going to make a new event, and this is going to be your main event. So for this example, we'll do a reunion weekend. When creating your related events, folders are key. Make note of the folder you put the main event in. You also want to make sure the date range encompasses the sub-events you are planning to create. When you make your sub-events, you will want to group them in folders based upon the structure you want to use in the registration form. For this example, we will group by day, Friday and Saturday programming. We are building out 2 events for each day, 2 in our Friday folder, 2 in our Saturday folder. Create new subfolders as needed to group your sub-events. So once you've created all of your events, then you can go and see all of them listed under the folder, and then you'll see your groupings under those subfolders for the 2 events that I created under each for this example. So then you're going to go back to your main event and edit the form. And then you can pull in header rows or however you want to organize those sub-events that you have. So again, for this example, we're breaking up by Friday and Saturday programming. And then you will pull in the related event widget. So you will do this under each section for your different sub-events that you're organizing. And you'll put in a label and select the applicable folder for how you organized your events. And the date range is key. So 0 is going to be the first day of your main event. And then you'll do the numbers based upon what that date range is for the events you want to include. So for this example, it's 0 and 1 because the 2 events are starting on that first day of the main event and then the second day of the main event as well. If you don't do the right date range, you might not see all of your events appear. So then once that form is built out with the related events, you can go back to your main event. Now, once all events are built out and made active, you'll be able to look at your registration. So here you see all of our sub-events listed on the registration form for our main event. Now I'm just going to fill out a sample registration. I'm selecting some but not all events for this example. And then if you go back to the main event, you will see that those registrations are listed. And then if you go into the individual sub-events, that you'll see that some registrants are listed for some and not others. And that correlates with the example registrations that I did. So just to show you that everyone will be registered for the sub-events that they selected and not the ones that they didn't select. With related events, you have options in terms of how you want to manage the check-in. So if you go to edit the main event and go to registration settings, down here you will see related registration check-in. You have different options, which includes automatically update attendance based on primary event check-in. So with this, if you checked in at the main event, it will automatically update all of the sub-events that that individual registrant registered for. You can also alternatively do not automatically update attendance based on primary event check-in. So if you wanted to check people individually for each of those sub-events, you could check in for the main event, but then could also check them in individually for each of the other sub-events that they registered for. This has been an overview of how to set up related events. There are a lot of possibilities on what you can do with this feature. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.